What is going on, everyone? It's Sean O'Connell, the managing director here at CinemaBlend, and up to this point right now, you guys have joined me on this ridiculous journey through seasons 1 through 7, and everyone was sort of commenting down below that we weren't going to make it, that the season premiere was going to pass us by, but as you know, the amazing video team here at CinemaBlend delivered all of our reaction videos in time for the Season 8 premiere. So, now with 7 seasons behind me, I am ready to press play, I cannot believe it, on the first episode of Season 8 of Game of Thrones, the final season. And I cannot, I mean, there's so many things that have happened. I think there are going to be some major plot shifts. Perhaps a death or two, a significant death or two. Cersei's usually good for knocking somebody off at this point, and she's got a lot of people on her list, to borrow a phrase from Arya. So, you're going to want to follow along for the last 6 video reactions. We also might try to react to a few fun Game of Thrones things in between, since we're only going down to 1 post a week with these now. And so, again, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications down below. Chime in the comments. Let us know how you think Season 8 is going so far. Let us know how you think this whole thing is going to end. We want to hear all your speculations. And I can read the comments freely now because I'm basically caught up with where everything's going to be. I'm going to watch the show in real time. So I'm going to press play on the episode that's titled Winterfell. Okay, look at this 3D map. That is so cool. Look at this. That looks so cool. That looks so cool. 3 locations? Ooh, the Unsullied are in the north. Ooh. Oh, hey! Don't climb like Bran. Haven't you been warned? First off, you might see some incest. You could fall and be paralyzed. Oh my god. Wow, look at this. Arya called to him. Oh, look at this reunion. Gendry. Oh my gosh, everyone's in this one. Wow, Daenerys.
I warned you.
The north.
Northerners don't much trust outsiders.
That's one way to earn their trust. Or scare the daylights out of them. Reunions! Aww.
The north is as beautiful as your brother claimed. As are you.
Winterfell is yours, your grace.
We don't have time for all this.
Right.
The Night King has your dragon. He's one of them now. The wall has fallen. The dead march south.
Lord Umber.
Hurry back to Last Hearth and bring your people here.
Your Grace. But you're not, are you?
I had a choice. Keep my crown or protect the north.
They're not friends.
I chose the north.
If anyone survives the war to come, we'll have Jon Snow to thank.
And soon the Lannister army will ride north to join our cause.
Ooh.
How are we meant to feed the greatest army the world has ever seen? While I ensured our stores would last through winter, I didn't account for Dothraki, Unsullied, and 2 full-grown dragons. What do dragons eat, anyway?
Whatever they want.
The Lady of Winterfell. Last time we spoke was at Joffrey's wedding. Miserable affair.
It had its moments.
Many underestimated you. Most of them are dead now, but I promise you'll be
Cersei
safe.
told you her army was coming north. To fight for you.
I believe she wants to survive.
I used to think you were the cleverest man alive.
Sansa's on fire. When did she mature so much?
You used to be taller.
Oh, she smiled. Oh.
You still have it. Have you ever used it?
Oh yeah.
Once or twice.
It's not a competition, John.
I could have used your help with Sansa.
She doesn't like your queen, does she?
Sansa thinks she's smarter than everyone.
She's the smartest person I've ever met.
Are you defending her?
I'm defending our family.
I'm her family too.
Don't forget that.
Ooh, what's Cersei up to?
The dead have broken through the wall.
Good.
Girl, that is not good. This guy is still around. Hey,
Why don't
Yarlin.
you just get it over with and kill me?
But first, I'm gonna fuck the queen.
20,000 men, is it?
Yes, Your Grace.
Horses
2,000.
and elephants.
No elephants, Your Grace. They are excellent beasts, Your Grace, but not well suited to long sea voyages.
In any event, you are most welcome here in King's Landing, Captain Strickland.
Do I have to know who Captain Strickland is?
I was hoping we could talk in private.
You want a queen? Earn her.
Oh, that's like gutter trash. Come on, Cersei, no.
The Queen's brothers made promises to you and broke them. Her Grace wants to rectify their mistake. When Queen Cersei wants something, she pays in advance and in gold. Several chests of it, in fact. She has a keen sense of poetic justice.
Ah.
That fucking family.
I don't care if he's a sellsword. He's not getting rid of Tyrion or Jaime.
I'm going to put a prince in your belly.
Wait, there's one in there already. There's not one in there. Reek!
We can take our home back.
Good plan.
Daenerys went north.
Daenerys will need somewhere to retreat if they can't hold the north. Somewhere the dead can't go. You want to go to Winterfell? Go. What is dead may never die.
That's an
But kill the
ironic.
bastards anyway.
What if the Seven Kingdoms, for once in their whole shit history, were ruled by a just woman and an honourable man?
Your sister doesn't like me.
If it makes you feel any better, she didn't like me either when we were growing up.
If she can't respect me.
Go on.
What? Nope. Oh my gosh, no. My stomach would drop. Oh, I'd be so nervous. Oh my gosh, no. No, no, no. No way. No way. Oh.
Completely ruined horses for me.
We could stay 1,000 years. No one would find us.
Alright, you guys don't know yet, but about to get super creepy. Why is the dragon staring at them?
To know who makes weapons for the wildlings.
Cripples and cocksuckers.
Leave him be.
Yes!
You left me to die.
First I robbed you.
You're a cold little bitch, aren't you?
Stay close to that forge then.
Oh, is that a command, Lady Stark?
Don't call me that.
As you wish, milady.
Here's my wish. Can you make it?
It's Valyrian steel. I always knew you were just another rich girl.
You don't know any other rich girls.
What does that think she wants done?
Lord Glover wishes us good fortune, but he's staying in Deepwood Mont with his men.
House Glover will stand behind House Stark as we have for 1,000 years.
I will stand behind Jon Snow, he said.
Oh, that's
I
why
told
you're
you
so
we needed
pissy.
allies.
You didn't tell me you were going to abandon your crown.
Without her, we don't stand a chance.
So you're the man? The one who saved Ser Jorah when no one else could?
That's right.
They could. They just wouldn't.
Well, there must be something I could give you.
I could use a pardon.
For what crime?
I borrowed a few books from the Citadel. Also a sword. It's been in House Tarly for generations, so it would have been mine anyway, eventually.
Not Randall Tarly.
You know him?
Yeah, I burned him.
I offered to let him retain his lands and titles if he bent the knee. He refused. Your brother stood with your father.
Oh, Sam.
Thank you, Your Grace,
Aww.
for telling me.
You hated your father.
May I?
Of course.
What are you doing out here?
Waiting for an old friend. It's time to tell Jon the truth. He trusts you more than anyone.
I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to be down here.
Oh, that's right. They haven't seen each other in forever either.
Listen, Daenerys, she executed my father and brother. Would you have done it?
I bent the knee. I'm not king in the north anymore.
I'm not talking about the king in the north. I'm talking about the king of the bloody Seven Kingdoms.
This is how he finds out?
I had a High Septon's diary. Bran had whatever Bran has.
What are you talking about?
Your mother was Lyanna Stark, and your father was Rhaegar Targaryen.
Oh, the truth is out.
You've never been a bastard. You are Aegon Targaryen, true heir to the Iron Throne. Ned Stark, he promised your mother he'd always protect you. And he did. Robert would have murdered you if he knew. You're the true king.
Wow.
You gave up your crown to save your people. Would she do the same?
Ad as a hand grenade dropped in the middle of this situation. Well, these guys survived. They survived. Oh, we haven't seen them since the wall came down.
Stay back, he's got blue eyes!
I've always had blue eyes!
Did you find anyone?
The younger boy. We can double up on the horses.
If the horses last, we'll get there before the dead.
Yo, look out,
We just
dude.
have to hope the Night King doesn't come first.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Hey, Jaime Lannister. Sweet. Oh, gosh. Wow. Oh. That's right. You two haven't seen each other in... Is that it? Oh, okay. Fair enough. It took me a hot second to actually put that together at the very end. They haven't seen each other in this show since Jaime pushed Bran out a window. And, that was way back in the very first episode of the show. I think arguably you could say that that's one of the acts that has been the catalyst for everything that's happened in this show so far. Wow, that's a significant reunion. Let's talk about the map for a second. The map in 3D looks incredible. Fantastic new graphics. Only 3 locations, which again tells me that this season is going to be pretty concise, right? It has to be. Has to be. We have 6 episodes to wrap up this entire thing. Last Hearth being a new location, and we see the wildlings and the remnants of the Night's Watch showing up there. That boy gets nailed to the wall, a message from the Night King. Tormund said the Night King has been through there already and is now currently between where they are in Last Hearth and Winterfell. So it's setting up a battle at Winterfell. And there was a line that Jon Snow had in that where he was setting up people at Winterfell and basically says, I'm not going to call the people back from the Night's Watch because we're going to make our stand here. I think the Night King is going to make his way to Winterfell, and there's going to be a standoff between Dany's army and his army at Winterfell, and we'll see how the North can hold up to it. So 2 bombshells, at least 2 bombshells that I noticed, if not more than that. None bigger than Jon finding out his lineage. So Jon finds out that he is officially, and again, audiences knew this, but finally the characters in the show are starting to learn it. And that's a huge distinction that has to be made. Like it's fine for all of us to know, but when everybody in the story starts figuring this out, that's when the shockwaves start to go through and change everything. So Jon is the child of Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen, which means that he has royal blood in him, blood from both major houses. This first episode, in a table setting way, it's a lot of reunions. We got a lot of people seeing each other after being separated for a long time, whether it be Arya and the Hound, whether it be Arya and Jon Snow, whether it be Yara getting rescued by Theon and establishing the fact that they're going to go back and take over the Iron Islands. Okay, so there's a line of dialogue in there too that also stood out to me about Yara saying Dany may be in the north, but she'll need a place to retreat to if she can't hold off the Night King, right? What this is setting up, right? Ultimately, this is setting up that everybody just continues fleeing south until the war ends up at Cersei's doorstep. And I guess potentially one of the last few episodes might just be the last battle against the Night King at King's Landing with whatever forces are left. Cersei, to that end, added some new forces in the Golden Company, and then slummed it totally by shacking up with Euron Greyjoy, who, listen, there's been evil characters on this show, and there have been sleazy characters on this show, but most of them are like entertainingly sleazy, right? Like I'm gonna put Bronn. Bronn is like sleazy, but like in an enjoyable way. Euron Greyjoy is just gross. He's just gross, and Cersei is gross for going with him. Like she's like, that's Jersey Shore trash. Like, what are you doing? You're a queen. Euron puts his hand on her stomach and says, I'm going to put a prince in your belly. But we're all under the impression that Cersei's pregnant with Jaime's kid, but that's a lie, right? That's a deception. That was interesting and definitely worth commenting on, because I think she was lying to Jaime to manipulate him. And she may use that lie then too to manipulate Euron. But to what end? Because again, on this point, and I'll get to the dragon ride in a second, but I'm Team Jon on this idea of titles and manipulations and who's king of the what. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, we have 5 episodes left and the Night King is coming. And we can't be debating on who's the king in the north and who's going to be in charge afterwards, and worry about that later. You got an army of the dead coming your way, and even Bran was the first one at the beginning of the episode to be like, we don't have time for this. But we still took a dragon ride, which in the big picture of it all might have been a waste of time, but was pretty exhilarating. Like, that's an exhilarating scene, and it's fun to see Jon on the back of a dragon experiencing terror, but joy, like some sense of joy. Jon Snow's life has been so put upon. And then, of course, little incest between aunt and nephew before they figure out officially what's going on. So the table officially is set. We'll be back here next week. We're down to 1 episode a week at this point. The binge has ended, but the watch continues. We'll be here for episode 2 of season 8. So you're going to want to go down and hit subscribe, obviously. Go down in the comments while you're here too. Let me know things I might have missed in this opening episode of the season, and start weighing in with some of your theories about how you think this is going to end, right? Because I'll go on record right now and I'll say that with episode 1 kicked off, by the end of this, there won't be a throne, because the Night King devastated everything, and Cersei and Jon and Dany unleashed everything to try and stop him. I think by the end of it, there's no throne. That's my theory. You guys weigh in with yours. Let me know where you think the show is going to conclude. Obviously, we got a few more episodes before we get there. So I will see you back here on CinemaBlend's YouTube page, where we can continue to react to the final season of Game of Thrones.